If you could destroy a pole vault pole in any means necessary, how would you do it? Welcome to the pole vault vlog, where we talk about everything pole vault. Guys, let me let you in on a little secret. Sometimes my brain's just like, Shawn, you're not going to sleep for at least 24 to 36 hours, and that was last night. So I'm going to try and make this vlog quick, and if I can't, it's going to get kind of weird, I can imagine. So let's talk about a little bit of pole vault news, maybe a little pole vault hack, depending on how much time I take doing the pole vault news, and we'll review some videos. Oh, but first, commercial time, everybody loves commercial. The super awesome pole vault deal ends February 15th, so you guys need to get on that. And if you don't know what it is, you can either buy 2 poles, get 1 free, or buy 2 poles, get 3 free.
Holy cow, Shawn, free poles.
If you guys need more information, check the description below, because there's always good stuff down there. I guarantee it. Also, I'm sad to say today is the last day that I will be doing Rockback pole vault bag commercials. Oh! Unless they want to pay for some more advertising. It's been a fun ride with even better, well, they're terrible jokes. So here's the last awful joke. If pole vault poles were feet, the Rockback pole vault bag is like that sexy little glass slipper, where if you put it on, where if you put your poles in that, where if you put your foot in that glass slipper, that Rockback pole vault bag is like a glass slipper that turns you into a princess, and then you get to yell at your stepsisters for being stupid, ugly pieces of Whoa! That got out of hand real quick. Seriously, buy Rockback pole vault bags, or your best friends will be mice. I went with the Cinderella joke. Alright, let's do some pole vault news. Wait a minute, we got one more thing to talk about. The live stream is next week, 8 o'clock Central Time in the United States, Minnesota time, 8 p.m. sharp. Boom! Be there, get ready to ask your sweet old questions. Alright, see you there.
Pole vault news.
Pole vault news. If you were in Reno the other weekend, you might have saw a weird dude with a camera walking around. That wasn't me. He had a way bigger camera than I did. Well, his name is Brennan, and he's a film-making wizard. Shazang! Go follow his YouTube channel because he's making a Mondo documentary, a full-length Mondo documentary down the road. It's 2 years in the making, guys. He's awesome. Last week, I got an email from a 70-year-old Canadian named Ed. Ed told me his pole vault mission is to break the Masters World Record. The only problem is Ed lives in the middle of nowhere, and he's miles and miles and miles away from a pole vault pit. So, for $300... he created his own in his backyard.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
Warning, do not create or build your own pole vault pit in your backyard because it's dangerous and you could get hurt, and I do not want lawyer monsters coming after me. Don't do it! Remember last week when I was talking about that shirt that got thrown in that kid's chest? Well, I have footage of that. It's right here. So now we know that if he doesn't make it as a pole vaulter, he'll make it as a pitcher for the Yankees, probably. Ha-sha. Also, if you guys are loving the pole vault vlogs that are out there besides this one, because these are actually super weird, check this one out, and check this one out. They're awesome. I approve. 2 more news things. Okay, guys, ladies and guys. Ladies and ladies with wieners. That'll probably make the cut because I'm too tired. Brian Carell has a whole ton of poles. He sent me an email and we talked back and forth. He's like, I want to destroy these. I've always wanted to see what would happen if I hit one of these with a baseball bat. You think you'd throw it in a vlog if you did? I was like, yes, I would. We came up with ideas of throwing them off a building, hitting them with ninja stars, hitting them with a sword, screwdrivers, fireworks, fire, dry ice, wet ice, cold ice, all kinds of ice. Then we had the idea of asking you. So leave me in the comments below, or leave comments in me below, or leave in the comments below comments about how you would want to see a pole vault pole destroyed, or how you would destroy it. Be creative, because I'm excited to read those, and Brian said he'll do it. Last but not least, the Pole Vault Summit came out last week with a huge apology. Pit 2's pegs were a little too long, so everyone who jumped on Pit 2 and qualified for... watch this video. Hopefully it explains everything. This year's 2018 Pole Vault Summit was unreal. I watched 1 world junior record be broken, 2 national records be broken, and I watched 7 men qualify for the USATF championships, and this was all just on Pit 2. And then 3 days later, we found out none of these marks counted because they had high school 75mm pegs instead of the IAAF 55mm pegs. Now, while I'm watching social media freak out about this whole situation, I was more curious to see what the guys who were affected had to say.
This is Mondo here.
This is Austin Miller.
My name is Trey Oates.
I'm Cole Walsh.
Nate Richards.
Scott Houston.
My name is Tanriki Tormson.
And I set a new indoor best of 18.8.
I jumped an all-time personal best.
2 new personal records.
Which was an indoor PR for me.
And there I qualified for the Indoor US Championships.
Honestly, I don't really see the whole big deal in all this.
We were afforded the opportunity to jump with our friends.
Competing with our friends.
Jump with my friends while doing what I love the most.
Most importantly, we got to influence and jump in front of the next generation of pole vaulters
at the biggest pole vault meet in the world.
In front of thousands of people who are the future of the sport and who are involved in the pole vault community.
Now our marks don't count this time, but we're gonna jump higher.
It doesn't bother me too much because I know that I'm gonna jump higher.
We'll jump higher.
And so I know I'm gonna jump higher.
We will jump higher.
I'm sure all of us are going to jump a lot higher as the season goes on, because that's what we do.
My final thoughts on the matter are as when I was looking at social media and people were saying, I would have caught it if I was there. I can't believe the officials didn't catch it. No, you wouldn't have. 2, the people who were in the stands and said, yeah, I saw they had long standards. My question to you is, why didn't you say anything? A lot of national records aren't national records now because you didn't say anything. That sucks for those people. 3, props to the Pole Vault Summit and everyone involved for just owning it, admitting it, and moving forward. I applaud you. And number 4, props to everyone who jumped on Pit 2. While everyone who wasn't at the summit or people who were at the summit are kind of complaining about this whole fiasco, I made this video. And these guys didn't, obviously they cared a little bit, but they see the big picture.
A lesson this taught me is that athletics is not always about the result. It's not always about the mark. A lot of times, the benefit you get from athletics manifests in personal growth, overcoming challenges, and the relationships you make along the way.
And they handled it so gracefully. I am proud to know these guys. Last but not least, at the Pole Vault Summit, I met a very dear friend, and she actually helped me film all the elites and a lot of the masters guys, and we hung out and had a really good time, and I met her family and her friends and her boyfriend, and it was phenomenal. Her name is Mary Howell. But I just wanted to say thank you, and a lot of this footage that came from the summit was hers, and she needs the credit for it. Mary, you are awesome, and your friends are awesome, and your dad who came up to me, he's awesome too. I'm sure your mom's awesome, I just didn't meet her, but she's awesome too. Let's review some videos, guys. Alright, first video is Jason Mraz, not the singer. This kid's cooler. So we've been watching him kind of a while over the last couple years, but is what I'm seeing, and I think it's the same thing your dad said he was seeing too, is right here. Your dad's saying he wants you to chase the tip of the pole, so you're leaning forward a little bit. I'm seeing the same thing. I'm just going to tell you another way to think about it. Same exact thing we're trying to say, just another way, is right now we're kind of pushing down into the plug, right? It looks like when we plant the pole here, like all the energies, we're a little tight with our shoulders and we're pushing down into the plug instead of up towards the crossbar. And if we can push up towards the crossbar, you're going to get that stretch reflex. But since we're so tight, you're squeezing everything really hard, it's hard to get any stretch reflex or any, additional movement for you. So push everything up and good things will happen. You'll see it right here. Yep, here we'll watch it plant again. Ooh. Like everything's kind of dropping down instead of picking you up. So yeah, try what I say, try what your dad says. There's a lot of ways to speak the pole vault language. I don't even know what language I speak. But good jump, man. Good things are happening. And I was told you had pneumonia here. Even cooler. But yeah, up, and forward. Up and forward, up and forward, up and forward. Try and do that slight lean. Alright, this next video is Quinn. Quinn has a pretty awesome little jump too. Look how fast this kid is. Wow! I just think, man, plant's just a little tad late. And so here's what I told him. I said, hey man, I want you to get your tip down a little bit sooner. This is some of the stuff I'm going to talk about in 2 weeks. If you get that tip down a little sooner, you'll be able to get your arms up sooner too. This is how it works. Like I said, stay tuned. I'll talk about this more in 2 weeks. And then on top of that, I want you to anticipate the hit with your hands. I want you to feel like you're totally up and you're anticipating the hit. If somebody was going to hit your hand really hard with a high five, you kind of tense up and you know, get it tight. And the opposite of what Jason was doing, I want you to be tall and push up in the pole. Anticipate the hit. Right now, we're a little on the opposite side of the spectrum, a little too loosey-goosey, so we're just getting smashed, and then our body's thrown back, and then we're throwing it really hard and trying to get over that bar. But if you're gonna be solid at takeoff and push everything up and squeeze that core, good things will happen, man. So anticipate the hit with your hands and get that tip down a little sooner, but in the reverse order. This is Rico. Dude, I love a lot of the things you're doing in the air, but I'm gonna help you make it a whole lot easier. So I want you to take your run and flip it around. So right now, if we listen to your rhythm, it would sound like it's kind of slows down. We want to switch that up. So I always say, like, I want you to run and feel like you're gonna jump off the ground like a layup. If you you jump off the ground, like you skip off the ground right the last second, and you speed up and you attack the box, not slow to fast, but I want you to build up speed so your last 3 to 4 steps are the fastest of your entire run. And if you don't feel like you can do that, move forward about a foot so you're a little crowded so you can do that. That's gonna make your run awesome, dude, and it's gonna help all that other stuff be so much easier too, and that pole's gonna turn into spaghetti. And then you won't have to cook dinner. Or you can give it to your mom and be like, Mom, I made you a spaghetti noodle for dinner. Enjoy that. Thanks for watching, guys. I reset the counter. There are 3 free ones. Yeah, next week, no vlog. Be here at 8 p.m. Central Time. Live stream. Bring your questions. I'm going to try and get some sleep. Life is meant to be experienced. Curiosity will get you there. There are many ways to pole vault. Try them all. Whatever works the best. Keep wearing that hat because you probably look the best in it.
Honestly, I don't really see the whole big deal in all this. I mean, the IAAF treats all of the old marks, the old records, all of that in their list as the same things. They kept all of the old records. They kept Boca's old records. They kept everything from back then that was set on the older pegs, the longer pegs. And so, and coincidentally, last week they asked Bubka what he thought about the pegs, the peg change, and he said it means nothing. He doesn't think, he said you still have to do the same thing. You have to run, you have to go, you have to jump out, you have to get over the bar. So he doesn't think it means anything. So what I really think we should do is ask Bubka what we should do about the results in Reno. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he doesn't think the rule change is nothing after all. Maybe he thinks it's something. I don't know.